I'm at a racetrack for a race, and I'm going to be using this bike, a bike which I feel is the ultimate crit bike, a robust aluminium frame and Shimano's group set of the people. Now this is a bike which I think strikes the perfect balance between achieving maximal performance without costing a small fortune. Now I built this bike a few weeks back, but now is its time to shine. Let's go race. Now then, if you want to see the process of how and why I built this bike, then you need to head over to GCN Tech. But in this video, I'm going to put the bike through its paces so I can hopefully prove that you don't have to have Tour de France level components when you're not planning on racing the Tour de France. Anyway, I'm in Victoria Park on the outskirts of Adelaide, because if you cast your mind back to last year, you remember this is the exact spot where I came out here and raced. But this time, I'm back for more, and I've entered a higher level race, which actually forms part of the Tour Down Under Cycling Festival. So I'm going to get out there, hopefully put the bike through its paces, do the best I can to represent it, and then I can kick back, open a cold can of mineral water, and watch the Pro World Tour women race around this exact same circuit. Right, let's get this show underway. Before racing can get underway, the first job is to go and sign in. That means I can collect my race numbers and my transponder. That's important just in case things go well enough that I finish high up in the results. Then it was a case of carefully pinning my numbers on my brand new jersey, as to not damage the jersey, but also to make them as aero as possible. Now there's been a lot of prep and hard work to arrive here, from working with Dr. Bobby to get the sickest custom paint, selecting the exact spec of Shimano group set components, deciding on the final bike setup, and then of course the small matter of building the bike, before then dismantling it again to then fly to the other side of the world. Okay, it's all systems go in a minute. The bike is looking at absolutely $1 million, but crucially costing just a fraction of that. Everyone's lined up, ready to go. He's going to blow the whistle. Let's go. Go. First 15 minutes was like, hold on tight, try not to chew through the handlebars because it was absolutely brutal. Coming up to like the 20-minute marker, we had a pretty big split where a group of, say, almost 20, 30 riders like broke clear of the main bunch, and all of a sudden, all that was going on in my head, it was like alarm bells ringing, because I was really panicked that I thought it was going to be like race over for me and I'd be stuck in the like main bunch. Tried bridging across with one guy, we just about made it. It was possibly one of the like most brutal efforts that I've made in like the whole last year. It was like 700 watts, hold on until we make it. Just about got there. What the hell happened? Whole race comes back together, totally wasted effort. Now that the racing is well underway, allow me to tell you a little bit more about what's going on and a bit more about my bike. So crit racing is short for criterium racing, and it's conducted typically on flat, fast, twisty circuits where the racing is fast and action-packed. Now the circuit that we're racing on tonight is actually 1.15 kilometers long, and at the speeds we're going right now, a lap is taking about 1 minute 20 seconds, which is an average speed of close to 50 kilometers an hour. Now a crit bike is ultimately very similar to a standard road bike. However, it's fine-tuned to refine it for the type of racing that we're doing. Often using closer ratio gears, shorter cranks so that you can pedal through some of the corners, and narrower handlebars to not only make you more aero, but squeeze through the gaps in the bunch. Right, back to me from the future, where hopefully things are all going well. Coming in towards the last 15 minutes of racing is when some of the real big attacks started to go. You had riders firing off left, right and centre, real cat and mouse, and then before I knew it, we're less than 5 minutes worth of racing left. And then one group clips off the front. Effectively, it was the fastest 5 to 10 riders gone, which meant there wasn't really anyone left in the bunch to try and bring them back. It all kind of almost come back together with 1 lap to go, and then this one guy just absolutely fired off the front. I'd love to know what kind of power he did, because it must have been mind-blowing to hold the whole bunch off. The bike was absolutely perfect, didn't skip a beat. It really kind of allowed me to settle into the bunch, recover, flow through all the little gaps. The narrow handlebars were cool, shifting absolutely seamless, in and out of the corners. It's bang, 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 straight down the cassette. So we're coming into the finish line, and I'm gritting my teeth. It's all lined out in ones. I glanced over my shoulder, and I was last rider in what was the front group. And the most important thing that I had as I came across the finish line was I've done myself proud, I've done the bike proud, and the bike has done me proud. Oh boy, well, most important factor, I survived. It was absolutely brutal, right? I raced a few days back. Without a shadow of a doubt, this was 5–10% harder. These guys are absolute machines. I survived the front group, and I rolled in towards the back of it. I reckon I might have survived into the top 30 at a push.
Now, while my exact finishing position still eludes me, let's run through some of the stats off of my head unit. So we've got a race time of 54 minutes and 11 seconds with an average speed of 47.7 kilometers an hour and a maximal speed of 61.9 kilometers an hour. If we dive a little bit deeper into some of the power stats here, we've got average of 290 watts, a normalized power of 351 watts, and a maximal effort of 1,271 watts. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper into the power curve here, we can see some of the power over different durations and time. 20 minutes, we've got 329 watts. 5 minutes, 401 watts. 1 minute maximal power, 678 watts. 30 seconds is 817 watts. And then the peak 5-second power, 1,198 watts, which I think we can all agree on is absolutely bonkers for this kind of effort, and probably the reason why I'm so worn out at the end. Oh, and also, if by some sort of miracle you actually know the position I finished in, please do let me know in the comments section down below, because I'd actually like to know.
And I can, hand on heart say that there is absolutely no way I feel using a mid-spec bike and the group set of the people made any impact to taking away from my performance tonight. The bike was flawless. Every single aspect of what changed my performance was purely down to me and my fitness, which I think is a real key takeaway point from this. Yeah, top spec bikes and equipment, absolutely incredible, beautiful to ride, really nice parts, but at the end of the day, providing you've got the right type of equipment and the right level of stuff that's enabling you to do the job, it's kind of falling down to you. Right, I've rambled on for long enough. I want to say like a big shout out to Shimano for getting behind this video. A big shout out to Dr. Bobby for hooking me up with what is the coolest bike. So many people around here are like, oh my God, that bike's so cool. I've seen the build series. If you haven't seen the build series, head over to GCN Tech. And the most important thing to do, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the bike and what you think of my effort. Right, there's only a few laps of this race remaining. Let's go check it out, soak up the atmosphere, because down here, down under, racing in Adelaide is one hell of an experience. For me, it's over and out. With any luck, see you again next year. See you later, guys.